Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time zone you're in. Hello, and welcome to Divergence Academy's very first Meet the Advisor webinar for March. No, I'm just kidding. This is our second one, actually. So thank you again for joining us. This should only take about 1 hour of your time. But again, thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Angelica, and I am a program advisor here at Divergence Academy. So if you don't know who we are already, that's totally okay. That's why you're joining us here tonight, right? But tonight's event is going to be going over each of our programs. You're going to be meeting an advisor from every department. We're going to give you some ideas about, the most in-demand jobs that are there. Going over the Divergence experience. It doesn't just start when you're a student. It's before that, and even after, you graduate the program as an alumni. There's a lot of training providers that are out there, right? So why should we be choosing, or why should you choose Divergence? Why join us, right? What's the big deal? What do we have to offer compared to other training providers? At the top of the hour, of the advisor, you can go ahead and ask questions, right? Then also we're going to be going over, the next steps for enrollment. But before we begin, a few housekeeping rules for you guys. If you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to drop them into the chat, and that'll be on your right side. But if you can't stay the whole time, that's totally okay. You guys can also move along with whatever you have to do, because there should be a button on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. That way you can book a time to speak with one of our advisors. Okay. All right. And as you can see, within the chat, feel free to participate with the polls that are going to be going on in there. The more interactive that you guys are, the more information that we can kind of, start divvying out during and after the program. But again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Angelica. I am a program advisor here at Divergence Academy. And I actually stumbled across Divergence as I was transitioning out of the Army back in 2020. I was a student of their cybersecurity professional penetration tester immersive program. Great program compared to the other ones that I was looking into. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but if you guys have more questions, again, feel free to reach out. If this is a new path for you, right, IT, right, you're looking for something new, whether you have background or not, go ahead and put a 1. If you are here joining us to find out how, we can help you upskill, your current position, maybe stepping into a different portion of IT, give us a 2. And if you are, have years of experience, right, and just want to, see what Divergence has to offer, go ahead and put a 3 into the chat. Okay. Now, as you can see on the screen, these are 5 advisors that we have from each department. From the admission side, we have our enrollment advisor, who's Mayank, and then another program advisor, Clinton. From our student success team, we have Kingsley Scott. From our career and placement services team, we have Fallon. And last but not least, you guys will actually be hearing from one of our cybersecurity professional penetration tester program instructors, Ralph. All right. So if you guys have a minute, right, or you have a little bit of time, go ahead and grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil, take some notes, because we're just going to dive right into it. Okay. So whether you're new to the tech field or not, as a good technologist, questioning things, right? Because technology is always changing, right? If you're not sure about where you want to go, or where IT is headed, we've done some research for you about the high demand jobs that are going to be, if they're not already here, are projected to be, within 2030 at least. All right. So here we have 4 outlined for you. The first one is going to be an artificial intelligence specialist. For those that are interested in artificial intelligence, it's right there for you, an increase of 74% over the next 4 years. Okay, next is going to be our cybersecurity specialist. Now, there is such a huge need, especially because, the way that COVID has kind of just changed, work in general, right? So that is actually expected to grow or continue to grow into 2030, another 33%. And now our third one is going to be data scientist, right? So if you're interested in turning, data into, actual information, useful information, being able to translate it, that could be a path for you. But as a data scientist, right, 11.5 million new jobs, like just to take that into perspective, right? That can apply to pretty much anything, right? Data that's collected over social media, data that's collected in like healthcare, you name it. And then last but not least, my favorite, I may be a little biased, but that's okay, $800 billion going into the industry within the next 3 years for those that are interested in the cloud. That's a lot of money. So if it's not here already, right, devices that are already connected or you're connected to are already somehow connected to the cloud. Now on this screen here, this is actual data from our student body, as well as our alumni. Each of these program titles are aligned to, the 4 different immersive programs that we have here. Really great information, to look into. If you aren't sure what these, programs are going to entail or where they can take you, definitely a great slide to just take notes on, right? Now the other thing that you might see in here, are salaries, right? Some may be on the lower end, and then others are, on like a total different, like higher side of the spectrum, right? It's just things to take into consideration. And that's where our placement career and placement services is really going to help you guys, flourish, figure out, what your worth is in the industry, especially when it comes to things like benefits, location. It's not just the dollar amount. There's other things that go into it, making sure that your values are also aligned to a company as well, will help you when you are going throughout the program. Okay. So again, just a quick recap of what we will be going over during our webinar is here for you on the screen. The next one that we're going to be going over are our programs. So if you guys have any questions of any information that I just went over right now, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Participate with our polls. And most importantly, this is what our admissions team is here for, making sure that you are in the program that is right for you. Okay. So to go over that information, I am going to bring onto the stage Clinton. Clinton is someone I work with close throughout the day, every day, Monday through Friday. He's going to be going over our programs at the end as well as the admissions process. Hey, Clinton.
Hey, well, thank you again, Angelica. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Meet the Advisors event. My name is Clinton, and I am a program advisor here at Divergence Academy. In the upcoming slides, I will be briefly going over the 4 immersive programs that we offer here at Divergence Academy, starting by our cybersecurity professional penetration tester class. This program, the target audience for this program is someone who is beginner to intermediate level, aspiring pen testers and cyber professionals. Basically, if you are someone who is coming in brand new and you are transitioning out of the military, and you come in an entry level, this is going to be a the great choice for you to go after. Next, we got our data science immersive program. Again, the target audience for this program is someone who is beginner to intermediate level, someone who has some STEM background. Basically, if you are someone who enjoys dealing with data, numbers, and statistics and things like this, data science immersive is a great choice for you. I do get this question asked a lot as far as do I have to have a lot of coding background? No, you don't. The good thing is we do teach you the basics. You guys will start off by going over Excel fundamentals, and then later on you guys will get into SQL. And then your last module is this is the part that I like the most, where you guys will learn about Python, machine learning, and data engineering. And your last week is going to be your capstone project. Again, you don't have to have a lot of coding background. If you like data science immersive is the way for you to go. Next, we got our security operations management immersive program. The target audience for this program is someone who is beginner to advanced level. Honestly, preferably someone who has some management leadership, and preferably 2 years of working experience, and someone who is DoD oriented. We will prepare you for the CISSP exam, and you guys will also learn the guiding principles of the popular zero trust security framework. You guys will also be able to measure 5 levels of cybersecurity maturity model and steps to basically assess networks to make sure that they're in compliance with government, DoD, and corporate standards by doing basically security and cloud audits. And in order to pass this program, all you got to do is present your capstone project. This program is divided up into 3 different modules. And at the end of each module, you will have a capstone project that you have to present, basically. And again, if you are someone who is looking for those management position jobs within the IT field, then this is a great program for you to go after. Finally, we got our cloud engineering immersive program. Again, the target audience for this program is someone who is beginner to intermediate level, DevOps and IT professionals, and professionals with basically development, security, and operation skills, and then also DevOps professionals seeking to understand security. If you are someone who is a huge fan of cloud, this is a route you want to take. Again, Angelica, our host today, she's a huge fan of cloud as well. So if there's any cloud fans in here, make sure to talk to her. She will be more than happy to help you guys out. Next, now, see, now that you guys know about the programs, I guess the next question you guys are going to have is, what are these certifications that come with this program? And I'm not going to go in there and name every one. You guys can take a look at everything. But just to give you guys an idea, the cybersecurity pen testing, those certs are going to be mainly focused on CompTIA certs, where data science immersive is going to be more focused towards Microsoft certifications. And then we got security operations management and cloud engineering immersive. Now, with the cloud engineering immersive program, it has gone through some changes. You guys will learn about DevOps and IoT development. However, the main focus of that program is going to be to get you ready to pass your AWS or Amazon specialty exam. All right, now that you guys know about basically the programs and the certifications that come with these programs, what kind of schedules are you guys looking at? Perfect question. We got weekday schedules. Those are usually Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. We also got weekday extended schedules. Those are usually Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time. And then if you are someone who's basically working during the week, we also have weekend schedules available. Those are usually going to be Saturday, Sundays, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. You guys know the programs, the certifications, the schedule. Now, what does the admission process looks like? Great question again. First thing first, not just IT, any honestly, any field you're trying to get into. First thing you want to do is you want to do your research, right? You want to start your career in tech, research and ask questions. Honestly, curiosity is essential for any great technologist. The next thing you want to do is you want to apply ASAP, schedule your appointment with admissions. We'll discuss your background, your career aspirations, schedule, funding options, and many other things. And after that, you're in. Sign and return your personalized acceptance letter, and congratulations. Your funding is approved, and you are ready to get started. At this stage, what we're going to do is we'll give you access to our cyber and data wiki. Those are going to be our basically our pre-orientation programs and courses that we offer for you guys to play around with, so that you can have an idea as far as what the actual program is going to feel like before you even start the program. And then finally, enjoy your orientation week. This is where our community manager will get you started with the learning platform, and then we'll walk you through your Texas Workforce Commission paperwork and connect you with your new classmates. Again, and obviously my part is done, but I am limited on time, and there's so much more information to go over. So just make sure, if you guys have any questions, make sure to book a meeting with us. Also, we do have a Q&A at the end of the webinar, so if there's any questions, make sure you guys hold on to those questions for now. Other than that, thank you guys, and back to you, Angelica.
All right, thanks, Clinton, for all that information. I know it was a lot of information in such a short amount of time, right? But hopefully, you got some good notes to take, right? And if you have more questions, that's really okay. You can book a meeting with us. There's that link right there, that button. Go ahead and click that, and then we can go ahead and book an appointment with you to go over those questions. And I do see your guys' questions over in the chat. I apologize if I didn't, say this in the beginning. We see your questions, and we're going to go ahead and hold off towards the end of our webinar, hold out at least like 10, 15 minutes just to go over your guys' questions, okay? Because just in case, they might actually be answered during this time. But don't let that hold you back, all right? Now that we've gone over programs, it's always asked, okay, what is the next step, right? How can I cover, this information? So whether you are a veteran or someone that is not a veteran, right, that's fine. We have options for you, okay? Now to go over these options, we are going to bring on to the stage Mayank. Mayank is our enrollment advisor. He's the one that you're gonna wanna go to when it comes to, any questions regarding your VA benefits or, tuition options. Hey, Mayank.
Hi, Angelica. Thank you so much for being our host today, and I'm very excited to be here. My name is Mayank Ankaraju. I am an enrollment advisor here at Divergence Academy. So basically, my role and what I do is I help walk you through the process in terms of VA funding and civilian benefits as well. So if you're coming in from a non-military background, more than happy to go over those funding options as well. So for military, we have four major funding options that we go over. Our bread and butter here at Divergence Academy is a little known program called VetTech. Now, VetTech is great because it is a career focused program. It is completely designed to make sure that you can basically get onto that brand new career that you're looking at in right now in cybersecurity and in data science and many more to come. So please stay tuned for that. But it is available for remote learning. So once again, so if you are looking for remote options, no matter where you are in the country, VetTech is available for you. And if you have just a little bit of GI Bill, just a little bit of GI Bill benefit, again, that's kind of the most famous funding method for most military veterans. If you have just a little bit of GI Bill, you will qualify for VetTech. And as long as you're willing to commit to that career direction, commit to the job hunt, VetTech is a tremendous option for you. And we also have the GI Bill available, and right now it is available for remote learning. So this is a perfect opportunity to sign up if you are looking for those kind of remote learning options. And that is available till June, and it can be used for any of the previous any of the immersive programs that Clinton and Angelica previously covered. So great opportunity over there. VR&D is a great funding option because if you're looking at any of these immersive programs, and once again you're committed to that career direction, VR&D is great. And the way you sign up for that is you just need a little bit of a disability rating. If you have 30% or higher, you'd qualify for VR&D. Just need to make sure that you would just sign up and get assigned a counselor. Once you meet that counselor, let them know how you want to attend. And if you're looking at a remote option, many of the VR&D counselors have been very flexible. So please be sure to let them know, and it can be used once again for any of the immersives previously covered. VRAP is my personal favorite. So if none of the rest of these work for you and you are a military veteran, you don't qualify for VR&D, you don't qualify for GI Bill, you don't qualify for VetTech. If none of these options work for you, VRAP is a great funding option. And I've got to tell you why. It's a great time to take advantage of this because VRAP is a limited run program. It expires, I believe, on December 12th, 2022. So there's a short window to take advantage of it. And this is a great opportunity. So if you're looking at basically, if you were unemployed due to the COVID pandemic, or there was another reason that maybe you don't qualify for any of these other options, VRAP is available. It can be used remotely and can be used for any of the immersive programs previously outlined. So great opportunity. And hey, if none of those work for you, if you weren't a military veteran, if you're not a service member in any way, there are other funding options as well. The big one that we cover here at Divergence Academy is the income share agreement. We currently work with a partner called Leaf. It's pretty straightforward. You just need to pay $1,000 fee, and the remaining tuition you basically cover over time once you land a position paying $35,000 or above. And it can be used for any of the immersives previously covered, and it is available for remote learning. WIOA, the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, is available right now only for residents of Texas because that's where we are. But if you just input your zip code or on the TWC, Texas Workforce Commission website, you can get assigned a counselor, type in your zip code, and you can get started and attend remotely for any of the immersives previously covered, except for the security operations where we're still working on the approval. Ascent funding is also available if you're looking for a traditional student loan plan. What's great about that is, if you're coming in from a college or university background, if that's how you're maybe used to paying, there are 3 options available in terms of, basically signing up for that funding, and more than happy to go over those if those interest you. And finally, we have the classic installment plan. This one's great because if you're just looking at paying in a classic installment from pretty much what you'd see again in a traditional college or university, that is available. We take most major credit cards. And fun fact, a lot of people nowadays like getting crypto rewards. So if you ever want to use one of those crypto credit cards that are available now, you can use it and get Bitcoin and Ethereum rewards as well. So just something to keep in mind. And it is available for remote learning as well. If any of those funding options interested you in any way, please be sure to let us know. And as Angelica pointed out, we will be taking questions at the end. But yeah, thank you both. Thank you guys so much. And back to you, Angelica.
All right. Thanks, Mayank. Again, lots of information, short amount of time. Have more questions. Again, there's a button to meet with our school certifying official, Mayank. This way. Sorry. Yeah, to meet with our school certified official, just get straight to the point. Hey, what are my options, right? That's fine. Now, again, there's a chat, right? Or in the chat, there's a poll. How did you first hear about Divergence Academy, right? Pretty simple. Heard about us from somewhere else. That's okay too. Let us know. One of my favorite, benefits that as a student and alumni that we've recently incorporated, for our students and alumni is the role of our student success advisors. First point of contact and so much more, right? To go over that information with you, we are going to bring onto the stage Kingsley. Hey, Kingsley.
Greetings, everybody. What's going on? How everybody doing? Today is Wednesday, so we pumped up. We in the middle of the week. We're about to give y'all some great information, and hopefully you'll come over to the Divergence family because everybody here is family. My name is Kingsley Scott. I'm one of 4 student advisors here at Divergence. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm a straight shooter. My job is to make sure your dash count in the IT industry, right? And what do I mean by that? We're gonna welcome you in. We're gonna greet you with open arms. You're gonna get some information here. You're gonna learn, and then you're gonna go on life after Divergence. But that dash, that in between of what you're gonna learn here, is gonna take you further than you ever imagined. And what else do we do as student advisors? First line of defense, track student goals and achievement, and facilitate one-on-one group coaching. So for our military veterans out there, and definitely for our civilian counterparts, we all know what duct tape is, right? Awesome thing. It's made by 3M. So our motto as student advisors is to be your 3M. It's to be your duct tape, which is mentoring, mediating, and being your motivator. So for your mentor, right, we're gonna encourage you that yes, you did make the right choice. Yes, you did make the right decision. It's going to be hard work, yes, but we're going to be here to mediate for you between the labs, the instructors, the classmates. We're going to be that bridge, and then definitely your motivator. to get you to the end, get you to the finish line, to carry on and do great things. So, hey, we have room here for you. So come on in, and greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Angelica, and we're here for you. Thanks.
All right, thanks for that, Kingsley. Now to go over the classroom experience, our very own VIP, Ralph. He is an instructor for our cybersecurity professional penetration tester, immersive programs. Hey, Ralph.
Hey there, Angelica. So thank you, Angelica. Oh my gosh, Kingsley. It's so difficult to follow after Kingsley with all that energy, right? And so with that, good morning, everyone. And see, it's not even morning anymore. It's afternoon. It's 5 p.m. So great start right there. Thank you, Divergence, for inviting me to y'all's webinar. Thank you, audience, for investing some of your time with us. My name is Ralph Laurent. Not the designer, but I am one of the awesome possum pen testing instructors here for the CPPT program. I am also a military veteran. Just like Kingsley, I served 6 years in Air Force law enforcement. And I usually don't mention that because people tend to lawyer up and get quiet around me. But that's fine. I'm not a cop anymore, so you can tell me all your secrets and passwords if you'd like, right? And I was also a registered nurse once with a specialty in psychology. My license is still active, so if you do tell me your passwords, rest assured that I will keep it safe under nurse-student confidentiality, right? So with that, let me go ahead and click over to the next slide. And oh my gosh, this is kind of embarrassing. Something is not working properly right now. I apologize for this. It's live demos and live presentations are rarely a good thing because problems always comes up. So I again apologize for this. One of my favorite sayings is you're either in a problem, you just solve the problem, or you're about to get smacked by one, right? Just like how I'm getting right now. But for those of you in the audience right now, if you're the type that likes to solve problems or tackle challenges, go ahead and hit that like button or type something in the chat. Let me know if you're that type of guy. Because
There you go.
Hey there.
Hey, maybe I can help. Could you tell us about your time or how your time within the IT field has impacted our learners' experience, and how your training helps translate into the IT world?
Oh, I got you. Sorry, Angelica, but I'll go ahead and answer that your question there. But I'm getting a couple of thumbs up there, and where I was trying to lead to is if you like solving problems, just like the one that I appear to have, you're exactly in the right spot, because that's what IT and cyber is all about. It's about, hey, people bringing you their problems. Hey, how do I? Can you help me install your printer? So, and as far as the classroom experience, that's exactly how the pen test instructors will model, because when life tosses you a problem, it's rarely going to hand you a multiple choice answers with it, right? So there's no ABCDs. And that's how we love to structure our course. And some of the more diabolical instructors loves to replicate these Kobayashi Maru type of scenarios through the use of breakout challenges. Now, two of my favorite challenges, one of them goes along the lines of, hey, you know what? For about 15 minutes, I want you guys to spread your wings, go ahead and scout the interwebs. I want you guys to bring back some top secret material that's just lying out there. in the internet. And 15 minutes, we come back, we'll do a debrief and share our findings. And my number one challenge that I just love is, hey, here's the situation, break out. In about 30 minutes, using ethical means. I want you guys to tactically acquire a previously top secret NSA tool and bring it back. And once you acquire that, go ahead and study it. We'll study it for about the rest of 30 minutes or even more. Do a little bit of extra homework after class. And why is that? Oh, it's because we'll be using it next week. So lots of fun throughout the course, right? IT is really focused on creating and establishing and sustaining and maintaining the infrastructure. And then, if your attitude or personality kind of jams with how mine is, we'll go ahead and knock everything that the other guys built up. So while we do spend some time on cert preparation, we find more value in training vocational skills. So these vocational skills are what you would find in job descriptions. And those are, we tailor these challenges to questions that you will most likely run into during interviews with hiring managers, right? So there's a little bit of death by PowerPoint. I'm not going to sugarcoat too many things, but at the same time, we'll still kill you with other challenges that's not PowerPoint. But more importantly, cybersecurity is a team sport. And I can't stress that enough. The more labs and challenges you complete with your team, the further you will go in your career, right? The more you engage with instructors, the more you engage with your fellow cohort members and career and placement services, which is next, you will significantly increase your chances of landing a role. So my take on this is keep growing your team, keep growing your network. The instructors here in Divergence are also part of your network. We are not full-time here, and we are working professionals that are glad to fire hose you with the tens of thousands of mistakes and failures that we've already been depressed about, aka lessons learned and our best practices to you. Now, the instructor core here is a diverse one with backgrounds ranging from Fortune 100 companies to small business owners. Some are active duty, some are reserve. And that last part is extremely important, because what that means is that we can relate to you, which allows us to connect the dots much smoother. So there's no silver bullet trying to break into IT and cyber. But if there was one, I'd say the fastest way to get into a desired role is to have someone in that role pull you to where they're at. So I can't stress enough about the importance of community and Divergence. We got a pretty strong support structure here, from current students to instructors to staff to alumni. I'm also a prior alumni myself, alumni turned instructor. And we've got a growing community here that is focused on learning. So if you are interested with tinkering with things or breaking things, go ahead and schedule an appointment with us using your juicy details, right? So that's pretty much it on my part. Back to you, Angelica.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ralph. Yeah, that was a lot of really good information. Yeah, and he's so right. It is definitely the community, that's here at Divergence. Instructors have been there. I've even been there, trying to figure something out. That's not a 1. That is a lowercase L. That's why your command isn't working. But trial by error, it happens. And like Ralph was saying, right? Getting you guys ready to take that transition, not just to pass a test, but to take these skills with you into the real world, no matter where you're at, right? So that just caveats into our next speaker. How do we ensure you're career ready? Fallon is one of our career and placement services advisors here at Divergence. And she's got a lot of information for you guys. So, hey, Fallon.
Hey, Angelica. Thank you so much for emceeing today. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. We really appreciate your time. And hopefully, so far, you've learned some stuff. So my name is Fallon Lineberger, and I am the placement advisor for today's Meet the Advisors. I am a placement specialist at Divergence Academy. I joined about a year ago when we decided to make the placement services department. I am joined in our department by Mike, who is also a placement specialist, and together we are the dynamic duo to get you guys jobs, along with the lovely Daphne and Ashley in our career services department to get you guys ready for interviewing. So, how does a placement specialist work? What do they do? What are we here for? So, all in all, we're here to help you find a great job. We're here to work with you to figure out what you're looking for, to have a conversation with you, chat with you over the phone or through email or whatever works best, to find out what you know about the industry and whether you're looking for a promotion at your current job or whether you're looking for upskilling and finding a new job, or if you're career transitioning and you need a brand new job, we are here for you. And then we're also here to build relationships with companies on the other end. So there are tons of companies out there who are just hurting so bad for IT talent. So we work with them to grow their IT teams. And we work with companies all over the globe, any size, shape, and form you can possibly think of, any industry, we got you. So, I think recently we started working with AWS, just one of our amazing preferred employers, and we've gotten people jobs at AWS. So if you're interested in any of the companies that we work with, you can always shoot me an email or book a meeting with me. Part of our CAPS program or CAPS department is our resume workshops, our interview prep, and our networking with employer partners. So not only at Divergence Academy do we try to help you find a job, we get you ready for the job search. So we understand that not everyone is a pro at resume writing, not everyone's an interview professional either. So we want to do what we can to get you ready for those situations. And then, our sole mission in this department is finding opportunities to let you showcase all the new skills you will acquire, as well as leveraging any skills that you've had in your previous career. So after all this information, if you don't know why Divergence Academy yet, here's some additional information for you. So our mission is to equip our motivated talent with the latest industry content, drills, and skills in emerging technology with, cloud, cybersecurity, data, AI, and more. And we are looking to stay ahead of the curve. We don't want to just keep up with industry standards. We want to be the ones that are making the industry standards. We have a separate part of our company that deals all with AI and machine learning, and we are looking to be the technology makers as well. So you will be working with some people who are either very senior in their career or more entry level, so you can kind of get the best of both worlds. And then finally, we are helping learners to launch their careers with employers who are seeking certified skills and real-world hands-on experience. So, because, the main reason that people join Divergence is to get a job, our student placements are our #1 metric. So everyone here at Divergence is motivated to help you find a job or get that promotion that you're looking for. As a vet tech preferred training provider, we've got more skin in the game. Our main goal is to get you meaningful employment, and not only that, but to just be a friend for you during this difficult time. We understand that making a career transition, especially if you're leaving the military, is one of the most emotional things that you can do in life. I think there's been some studies on that. So, if you're struggling, if you're having a hard time in this transition, we are here for you. We want to make things super easy on you. And then, aside from all of the wonderful things that myself and my amazing co-presenters have talked about, we are backed by trusted sources. So we have been recognized as number 556 in America's fastest growing private companies. That's out of 5,000, which is pretty amazing. We are one of Newsweek's top coding schools of 2021. We are recognized by the Texas Veterans Commission, as well as U.S. Department of Labor. We are recognized under the Gold Award for hiring veterans. So not only do we train you guys, we also hire some of you guys. So, and those are just a few of the sources that we are trusted by. And that's all I have for you guys. If you would like more information, you can either put a question in the chat, but if we do not get to you, you can always reach out to me and set a meeting.
Awesome. Thank you, Fallon. And again, yes, if you have more questions but cannot stay, for Q&A, feel free to, book a meeting with us in the chat. So for, those that have put questions in the chat, no worries. We've had, our moderators go ahead and gather them up. We are going to bring all of our advisors up to the stage so we can address your guys' questions for, at least the next 15 minutes before we go over, the next steps to enroll. All right. Okay. All right. So for the first question, how dependent are these types of positions based on one's ability to qualify for a top secret clearance? Fallon, you want to take this one?
Yes, sure. I forgot where my unmute button was. Okay, so can you ask the question again? It was like cutting in and out.
Oh yeah. How dependent are these types of positions based on one's ability to qualify for a top secret?
So it depends on the kind of position that you want. If you're looking to work for a company that values that, then obviously that would be important, but definitely not something that is required. We have plenty of companies that are in the private sector that are not looking for clearances. We also have companies that are. So we have a mix of both. Just depends on what you're looking for.
All right, thank you, Fallon. And yeah, if you have a follow-up question, for that, feel free to, again, drop it in the chat so we can, further provide information. Next question is, are your programs only available as packages? So Joseph is a multi-certified project manager, and he wants to learn about cybersecurity. Not an expert, but is a project manager deploying cyber solutions. Anybody?
I can take that if you want. I can take it. Yeah, sure. So that's a great question. Also, one thing I want to mention here for James is as well, those 4 programs that we went over, those are our immersive programs. However, we do have online programs that we offer on our website, Net Plus, DevOps, things like that. So if you are only looking for something in particular, make sure you take a look at those as well. But if you are looking more towards basically our immersive programs, then I would totally tell you to look into depending on, again, what field you want to get into. But like you mentioned, if you're trying to get into management, then look into our security operations management immersive program. If you are trying to land a job within the basically management job within the IT field, especially the cybersecurity field. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, ask me again, and you can address it in the chat, and I'll go over it again.
All right, thanks, Clinton. And just to add on to that, even if you are considering taking, one of our immersive programs, and I do understand, you're what you're doing or you're trying to do, right? The nice thing about the pen testing program is it takes you, from beginning from servers, right? So within that pen testing program, you're going to go through, Server Plus, Linux Plus, Cloud Plus, Network Plus, Security Plus, and Pen Test Plus. So you're really going to incorporate, all the different types of tools and technologies that are actually used within the industry. Actually being able to, go through all of those labs just to, help develop your understanding. So that way, if you are planning on getting into cybersecurity, it'll pretty much break down a lot of networking. Okay, and again, if that didn't answer your question, let us know. Okay, next question we have Elvis. This is from Elvis. For the SOMI program certifications, you'll need 5 years of experience for the actual certificate, and I believe you're addressing the CISP certification, right? And if so, Clinton, Ralph?
I can go ahead and grab this one. So we'll take turns, Clinton, on this one. So with Elvis, you are correct. You do need 5 years of experience to get the actual certification. Now you can subtract 1 year off if you have a qualifying education, and also you can take the CISP and pass it without having the 4 to 5 years experience required. However, you'll still get a certificate. It's sort of like a provisional, a status. And then what that allows you is, as you work within the cybersecurity industry and as you garner that 4 to 5 years, once you meet that 4 to 5 years criteria, they'll go ahead and change your provisionary status to a full-fledged CISP holder.
And if you don't mind, Ralph, just to add to that as well, just like Ralph said, yes, for CISSP, you do need to have 5 years of IT experience. Again, I believe if you have your Security Plus, that helps shaves off 1 year of that IT experience that you need. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention as well was I lost my train of thought basically, but just keep in mind I believe the name of the if you don't have the 5 year IT experience, the ICS score will give you I believe it's called an associate of ICS score. I think that's what it's called, an associate of ICS score. You can hold on to it, and then just like you mentioned, once you hit that 5 year benchmark, basically you turn in and they'll hand you your CISSP cert. Also, lastly, the Security Operations Management Immersive Program, it's not only focused on CISSP. That's one thing that a lot of guys forget about. They think they're coming and say, okay, CISSP, perfect. But keep in mind, you got CMMC, there's so many other things that are going on in that program as well. I hope that answered your question, by the way. Elvis.
Awesome. And yeah, Elvis or anybody, if you want to learn more about those certifications, definitely reach out. There's a lot of good ones out there, especially if you want to, stay DoD. Next question is from James, or our next two is from James. Maya, this one is for you. Can VA Title 33 funding be used to pay for the training? If you just want to recap on that, please.
Awesome, man. Thank you, Angelica, and thank you, James. This is very straightforward. When you say Title 33, I take it that you mean the post 9/11 GI Bill. You can put in the comments if I have that correct or not. But if you're looking at the post 9/11 GI Bill, we do take it. It is the primary option we do take. And I can actually, Lavonda, I think I can kind of input and I can pivot to your question on this as well. We do take the post 9/11 GI Bill. It's very much something that we take in. The challenge right now is we're under some COVID-19 provisions that end after June 2nd. So what that means is those COVID-19 provisions actually are effectively allowing us to do basically remote training as an institute using post 9/11 GI Bill funding. After June 2nd, those provisions are no longer going to be in place. So if you are looking at using the post 9/11 GI Bill to come to Divergence and take any of the classes, you will need to be attending in person, and that's something that we're going to be doing way more of, from June onwards, if you will.
All right, thank you.
Hopefully that answers both questions.
Yeah, and again, too, if the VA says, we can continue, using these benefits remotely, fingers crossed, right? We'll let you know as soon as we find out. Next question, Kingsley, this is for you. Is our coach as available to us as much as we need he or her to be, or do they get back with us when time permits?
So yes and yes, right? And let me answer that. So yes, we are available anytime you need it, especially during class hours. But even after class hours, you can reach out to us, and we will respond accordingly. Like I said, all of our student success advisors are alumni and also uh, prior service. So we know what it's like going through the course. You know, a lot of information, and sometimes, hey, you just don't get it. But guess what? We all been in your shoes. We all walked through the course, and now we're on the other side. So we're gonna help push and pull you through to get you to the other side. So whatever it takes, and trust and believe. When I say whatever it takes, we're there. It's four of us right now, so if I can't come on, I have three of my counterparts. You know, we tag team, so somebody will definitely get back to you in a timely fashion.
Awesome, thank you. All right, next question is from Christian. Start class on April 4th. When are you receiving the email for orientation on April 1st? Okay, I'll take it. So orientation emails, we've been certifying the classes or how many students are going to be attending. So you should be getting an email either tomorrow. If you want, to get a head start, if you don't already, go ahead and download Microsoft Teams. That's how you will be attending orientation. Your login and everything is going to be provided to you, as well as an outreach from your student success advisor for your duration of the program. Okay. All right. Next question is there a specific resource you guys would recommend if someone is interested in the immersive programs but is having trouble deciding which one they think they would prefer?
I can take it if you want.
Yeah, go
Or
ahead.
you can take it, sure. Oh, yeah. And I believe Sean asked the question. Yes. So basically, again, first thing first is make sure you have a conversation with me or Angelica, just so we can give you some more insights. Also, I can give you, or we can give you access to our cyber and data wiki. Those are going to be our basically pre-orientation courses that we offer for you folks to play around with, so that you can have an idea as far as what the actual program is going to feel like. So if you play with data wikis, you see, you know what, man, I don't like data. I don't like collecting data. I don't like Power BI, any of that. That automatically tells you that you want to sort of go more towards cyber, basically. Again, if you like, I can send you access to that so you can see for yourself. I hope that helped answer your question.
Awesome. Okay. Next one is from Bobby Lee. What is percentage of completion of the course, referring to students who enrolled with no previous experience?
I can take this one. So I believe it's around 80%, if not higher. And the reason that it would be at 80% instead of like 95 is because some people withdraw just because they decide that they want to go in a different direction, or this is much more likely, people are not keeping up with their coursework and they are not participating and attending the lectures and everything. So sometimes we need to, give those people a warning. If they're not following up with us, then we will drop them. But if you are doing everything you can to stay up with the course and everything, going to the lectures, interacting with your student success advisor, then you should be totally fine. That's why we have the SSAs there, to make sure that if you're falling behind, they can be there for support. And then you can always get with me or Mike if you ever have any worries about whether or not you're going to find employment after graduating. So I hope that answers your question. I am going to ask our CPO what the exact percentage is, and if she replies before the end of this, then I will type it into the chat.
So Fallon, I'm gonna piggyback on what you said. So check this out. 21-year Air Force veteran, law enforcement, criminal investigations, student career advisor. When I came to Divergent, I had zero IT knowledge. After completing the course, and then I came back again for the data science. So I'm an alumni of the cybersecurity pen tester and alumni of the data science. So after I completed data science, like Fallon said, I was reaching out to the career placement services. I was reaching out to Fallon and her team. I was reaching out to Mayank to help me, right? But guess what? It wasn't no student advisor at that time. The student advisor was the student. So with that being said, our section, the student advisor section, is brand new to help you get to the finish line, because we're basically the safety net, right? We're not going to let you fall. If we have anything to do with it, and trust me, we are the first ones that y'all going to see and the last ones when y'all roll out, because when y'all become alumni, guess who gets to contact y'all? The student success advisors. So
Yeah,
you don't
and
worry.
fun fact, you guys. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was going to say, fun fact, you guys, Kingsley was my learner, so to speak, and I referred him to his boss and he got the job. So that's just proof in the pudding that, we get people jobs.
And I just want to piggyback on that. I know we're running short on time, but I also had offers from other companies, but I wanted to work with Divergence, because to me it's not work, right? This is something that everybody that's on staff believe in, to helping people come after us to make it better, right? So everybody is here because they want to be here. So that just lets you know, like, I'm a 2-time alum. And then, I was getting offers because Divergent had an awesome program, but I chose when the president came, like, hey man, we have an opening. I said, say no more. When can I start? I'm coming. I was there with my badge and everything, because I was just waiting for the opportunity, because this is what I wanted to do. And the rest of the student advisors, this is what we want to do, because we believe in people that's coming to make the IT industry stronger. And that's what Divergence is all about. To make our dash count. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make our dash count, whether because it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And you guys, even from the beginning, before you even start the program, the help is definitely there. We do our best, just to advise people from the beginning all the way through the end, especially those that are veterans, especially, as one myself, right? It's very easy to, find training providers, that are out there. But not all of them are the same, right? Certificate of completion does not hold as much value as, something like your Security Plus, right? Or even Network Plus. And being that, if you're a veteran, or even if you're putting your hard-earned money to it, right? Making sure that you're going to be aligned into something that you want to is what we try and make sure from the very beginning, especially if you're using vet tech, right? That's one benefit that can only be used once every 18 months. So if you decide to drop the program, 2 days after your enrollment's been certified, you have to wait another 18 months to reuse that benefit. So just making sure, that we get you to at least where you want to be, or have an idea by asking, hard questions. We cannot help you. Like, that saying, a closed mouth does not get fed, right? So as soon as you need help, as soon as you feel like you're sinking, even if it's the first acronym that you run across, like, just reach out. We're going to do what we can to help you from beginning to end. And, if for whatever reason you cannot get a hold of somebody, reach out to admissions again. We will help point you in the right direction and get you connected with somebody. Okay. And again, James, if you have more questions about that, you want more info, go ahead and set up an appointment. I'm sure Kingsley would be more than happy, to go over that information with you. And I know we're at the top of the hour, so we'll just take, one last question. Looks like the last one. Have you heard anything about students qualifying for a stipend if in school, full-time or part-time?
Happy to take this one, Angelica. We do very much. If you have VA benefits, there is a stipend associated with it. And James, if you do qualify for the Chapter 33 benefits, the post 9/11, there is a stipend that's attached to it. Depending on whether you're remote or in person, you may get a different rate. It just depends. Now, because we are moving on and moving forward to more of an in-person model, If you do want to stay at a hotel in the Dallas area, you may get up to about $1,932 a month, $1,932 a month. It does get prorated, so just keep in mind when there are holiday breaks and when the class is starting, maybe in the middle of the month or later in the month, you may see that prorated amount, but you do get a stipend. Yeah, thank you for the question.
All right, so that looks like it was all of our questions. All right, thank you guys again for attending. But before we let you guys go, again here, we're here for you guys. If you are ready to, book a meeting with us, ready to enroll, have more questions on programs and want to find out more about placement career services, have more questions about student success teams, how we help students, book that meeting with us. We will, find the answers for you or get you in touch with someone, to get those answers for you as well. Okay. And, if you're not ready to enroll with us, that's okay. We are all over social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Is one of our newer ones. So if you guys have Twitch, definitely look into it. Reach out to us. We're here for you guys. All right. And last but not least, here are a few events that we host, hybrid, on campus, or virtual. For those who are interested, in cybersecurity and want to dabble, see if it's right for you, Capture the Flag. We are having a hybrid event. So if you are at home, remote, right, or coming in on campus, go ahead and participate. May the 4th is when this event is going to be held. If you're interested in that, book a meeting with us. Or drop your name into the chat with a 1, letting us know that you are interested in Capture the Flag. If you are interested in attending a on-campus event, go ahead and drop a 2 for us. That way we can get you information regarding our makers space. Especially if you're interested in virtual realities, you want to get your hands in on it, go ahead and put a 2 and we will see you there as well. Our previous winner was Michael Wade. Not sure what the challenge is this time, but if you're in the Dallas area, come on by. Last but not least, drop a 3 if you're interested in attending our Hackers Corner. This is actually something that is held, on Twitch, virtually. If you're interested in learning more about that, go ahead and put a 3. All right. But again, thank you guys so much for joining us. My name is Angelica. This is our panel right in front of you, Fallon, Clinton, Kingsley, Mayank, and Ralph. Thank you again, you guys, and have a great evening. Don't forget to book a meeting if you need any more or have any more questions.
Thank you.